Good morning, welcome to my instructional video on how to plaster a ceiling. Right, for the interest of time, the ceiling has already been PVA'd. It's had 2 coats, one was left to dry overnight. It's had a first coat this morning, and then just as a precautionary measure, it had a second coat about half an hour to 45 minutes up. Now some of you out there probably noticed that when I started, I didn't start at the corner of the ceiling. Main reason being, it wasn't really that important for me to do so, because on my next band of material, when I dropped back, as you saw, I can fill the band in. Basically, at this stage, you really need to just lay it on. Keep your stroke as lateral to the ceiling as possible, and tie into your original stroke, as you can see there. Basically start from the last stroke, in, first coat, third, fourth, and off. You will have a tendency to pull the trowel off the ceiling. Try not to do that, because that will create problems when you come to second coat it. And it will also create problems with the trowel. As you can see, I've left that band again, because it's not that full. So, just show that again. As you can see, the material ain't going nowhere. Keep it in the middle. If you find it's moving, give it a quick jiggle. Just in the middle of it, like that with. Right. Get off to the side. That's first. Second. Pick up your material. Third. Fourth. And off. And again, the 1 2 stroke. 1, 2, 3, 4, and off. This is actually called the typewriter method. It is the best method for doing ceilings. A lot of people will say half moons or 3/4 strokes, semicircular, go across the perimeter, go across the corners of the ceiling, but this way rather than that. What we're going to do is we're going to level it off. I'm not going to use trowel to do this, I'm going to use a slightly different method. This is what's called a plasterer's spatula. They come in many different forms. This one's called skin. A lot of people do give these back on the internet and say they're not very good and this and that. They work perfectly. It's a simple case of if you lay on properly, this is dead easy to use. But I do need to point out that if you cannot use a straight edge, a feather edge, a H section, a derby, you will not be able to use this, because the bottom line, you have to know and do what I do. If you cannot use a straight edge, you cannot use this tool. That's pretty much what it comes down to. That's why a lot of people give me this way. But anyway, enough talk. Let's go. Okay. Start on the corner. Unlike continuous stroke, don't stop, just hold it through. As close to the line as possible. Straight around. Sometimes you will find that you'll get slight depressions in the plaster. At this stage, don't worry too much, because remember, this is still on the first coat. So the temptation will be to rush around like a crazy person, trying to get it perfect. And all you can do is make your life really hard and not really achieve much of anything apart from bad things. You lay it on, and you won't get anywhere. This is general rule of thumb, less is more. Okay. In some places, if you do find you've got a little bit of build up, don't worry about it too much. Just go in the trowel and just float it off as normal. Sometimes, as you can see, it's a very long tool and it doesn't always get into the slightly tighter spots. As you can see, I'm not going back on myself. All I'm doing is literally working my arse. So as we finish stage uniform. Don't stop. And I've got the there, I think it's got the tight up. Just go in, just work it down this way. Right. Now we're on to the second coat stage. Same position, material is slightly thinner now, as it needs to be. Give it a quick shake, finger here. A nice, generous amount, but not too much. So basically, go across your ceiling in the same pattern as you did before. And on. 1, 2, 3, and off. This one round we'll use a lot less material than what we were before. And also, you will notice put like a lot less effort to put less lines. Because at this stage, you just fill it in. So ideally what you don't want to do is overfill up the material, or worse yet, pull off the material below. So basically all you do is nice, long, clean strokes, all the way across. Making every effort, keep those strokes clean. If you find that you go off slightly, or you material going off in the opposite direction, just bring it back in. This stage really needs to make a lot better ground. You have to be incredibly careful with regards to laying on. The second coat is ultimately the final coat. Nice jiggle. Get it off. Nice little piece of material. Nice, long, clean strokes. And off. See now, you really start to see it come. You can really get an overall feel. It's going to come out. More importantly, at this stage, the levels need to be good. And your technique must be clean. So like see, as you can see, this is not a huge amount of material, but I'd quite happily do that work and don't go over. And this is a slightly thinner mix. It's your body posture and how you're laying on. Those are the keys here. Secrets is that plastering, technique, technique, and technique. If you get your technique and preparation right, plastering is easy. If you get it wrong, it can be the hardest profession going. Folks, right, this is the third final stage now before we throw it out. Right, in the interest of time, second coat has been fully done because obviously at this point in the game now, time is against you, so you've got to keep up with it. Hence, that's why in the beginning I said if you can't cope with over a metre square or a metre and a half square at a minute, this is just not for you. Okay? Right, same as before, start from the corner and bring it through. This time you want to bring your strokes slightly longer than what you did on the last one, to bring the material in line. Across the middle, and again, do it forward the wall. If you find that in the corner you get like little tears, just work the material back over until you clean it up. Very nice. The same thing with the trowel, work it slightly further than you need to. One long continuous stroke, lift the trowel off, and away you go. Same again. Work slightly past, stop, and across. In, and you just repeat this process across the same thing. Because now is your final game. This is the end game now. If you cannot fill out the ceiling properly at this point, you're in trouble. So, work across the chin breast. Go to the middle, try and have a look, see, and again, so good, look really, really, really good, clean uniform finish on here. The ceilings have been first coated, second coated. It's been ruled off. It's had the Superflex spat put on it to clean it up. Obviously now all that needs to happen with this is basically be sprayed with some water and a hard trowel. Okay folks, time now is 12:20. The sealing was started at 10 o'clock, which is exactly 2.5 hours, which is exactly how long this material takes to go off, go through its full range of molecular changes. Anyway, sealing has been first coated, second coated, spatted out. I used a straight edge on it to level it off. Then it has been troweled out with a steel trowel, left to settle, second coat applied, obviously troweled out, and then I used what is called a waterless float on the ceiling, so I didn't have to spray it, which as you can see gives it a much nicer finish because it's not covered in watermarks and water beads, which I absolutely hate when it dries. And as you can see, it's very difficult for me to give you an overall view. If you can see more clearly when the sunlight hits it, the ceiling is absolutely smooth. There is no imperfections whatsoever. None. Go off by the window, see if we can get a better look. When the light hits it, the camera comes into focus. As you can see, not a thing anywhere. Absolutely perfect. As you can see, the wall line is exactly what it needs to be, completely true. As you can see across the ceiling, it's just a pillar which has been the RSJ, which has been wrapped, ready to be plastered. Okay, obviously the main reason why these two walls haven't been done is because, as you can see, the fireplace was rendered about 3 days ago and that will be skimmed on Monday. Hence that's why that area hasn't been done. And in a bit, I'm going to get on with this window wall and get that finished. Get this bit here done. Okay folks, basically that is the stages to plastering a ceiling. First coat, second coat, flatten out the first coat, flatten out the second coat, level off the coats, then obviously clean tools, use as little water as possible, keep an eye on your materials, make sure that your materials are clean. Obviously, don't rush, take your time. If it is a big ceiling, it's best that there's two of you. On a ceiling like this, if you've got your speed up, then you can just do this on your own. And ultimately take pride in what you do, and you should be alright. On the next video, I will try and get some rendering up for you guys so you can see that. Obviously I'll try and get some hardwall and set work up as well. Thing is, I am incredibly busy. I am booked up all the way, right the way through August into November, so it is very difficult for me to often post videos. People have asked me to do a video with obviously me talking on it. I have edited the video in places because otherwise, as I said before, it would just be way too long. But like I say, I hope you've enjoyed it. Comment, rate, and please subscribe. And I wish you all the best. Cheers.